Hey everybody, Nick here, and today gonna do a little assembly and maintenance for you on this little guy right here. This is the Spyderco Reinhold Rhino. It's an interesting knife with an interesting story, of which I know a very, very small part. This is a Taichung made Spyderco, by the way, so they're gonna overuse a little bit of white thread locker on here. So I'm just using a little bit more torque than usual. This is not the kind of hard thread locker that really scares me, like the red stuff, where there's just no way you're breaking it loose. This is more of a gummy sort of thing. Some torque will get you there. But anyways, interesting knife in that this guy originally started off, I believe, being made at the Taiwan factory, which is different from Taichung, and is, in my estimation, a lesser factory. They just don't put out the same fit and finish, etc. And then they got a batch in, and for whatever reason, decided they weren't happy with it, and they had it remade at Taichung. So that's kind of a cool thing. This became, unfortunately, it became a much more expensive knife, but I think it probably became a much better one, because knowing what I know of the Taiwan factory, not super impressed there. All right. Beautiful. So we've got the scale popped off here, and this is their peel ply carbon fiber. This is not carbon fiber all the way through. There's a layer of carbon, I'm sorry, this is not the peel ply. This is just a carbon fiber G10 laminate sort of affair. So you can see here it's not CF on the other side. I appreciate that they were honest about that, by the way, that they're not trying to make this look like CF on the inside. That'd be a little ugly. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can... I kind of want to pop this back part loose here. I'm going to use this guy. This is the Enigma Pocket Probe by RB Tools. Rat Bastard. That's his name. I'm not commenting on him. Nice guy. But anyways, so I'm just kind of pop this liner loose here. This is fresh from the factory. Full disclosure, this was sent to me directly from Spyderco. As always, they said they wanted the good, the great, the bad, the ugly. They actually thanked me for doing honest reviews at one point in time. Which is impressive, I gotta say. It's an integrity. Mind you, you probably... I can't read too much into it, because it would be a really bad idea to be like, oh, Nick, screw you so much for doing honest reviews. But I really do get the impression that they're looking at it in the spirit I intend it to be, of like, this is constructive criticism. Maybe it's not always constructive, but, they seem to find some of the points fair, at least. So, whatever. Anyways, this came from Spyderco, so it's fresh from the factory, and therefore not too dirty. But I did want to do the disassembly here so people get a sense of what's going on. Inside, it's a compression lock knife from Taichung. Ceramic detent ball, that's cool. And it's actually relatively new. Historically speaking, I believe the Taichung Spideys have not been ceramic. Is that a big deal? No. The area where it makes most importance, if you will, is the... in the Salt series, because that's corrosion prone, the steel of the dent balls. At least that was the case in the Spidey shaft. So it looks like they've made their shift altogether. It'll also wear in a little bit better, more gracefully over time. Can't argue with it there. They're doing this little half stop pin thing regularly now, and I just finished saying, I just finished disassembling the Caribbean over here. Caribbean? I don't know which. Either way, and it had the same approach. I gather it's just providing some additional support, which is funny because the compression lock's already pretty serious as a lock goes. But hey, whatever. I won't argue with some additional support. We all need a little support from time to time. It's important to know when to ask for help. And I mean that both in terms of everyday carry gear and stop pin construction, but also just in terms of life in general. Sometimes you need to know when to ask for help, and it's okay. It doesn't make you weak. Ask for directions. Go talk to somebody. Whatever keeps you going, keeps you moving forward. No demerit on you as a human. Anyways, I completely digress. But I believe that very firmly. I am as limitedly sane today as I am simply because of some very helpful humans. Alrighty, back at the ranch. We have a knife to disassemble. Knife is disassembled now. I'm not going to bother taking the other scale off of this guy because why bother? I have to take out these screws over here as well as the clip screws, and I just don't see any damn reason for that. This is an ambidextrous knife insofar as any compression lock is ambi, and you can do okay with that, so that's good. I'm going to go ahead and use a 10-weight nano oil here, and I'm going to use less of it than that bottle would make me use. So I'm going to use a fancy little pen here. The reason I'm going 10 here is that This is a knife with a very lightweight blade, and compression locks tend to work well when you can do... Sure, go ahead. When you can do this. This is a Caribbean here. But when you can kind of flick the blade close and then use your finger for the rest of it. I've had a little trouble doing that with this guy, partly because of that really lightweight blade, and so I'm kind of hoping that with some disassembly and some lubrication, we can get that action going. I don't know that we're going to be able to, and it could be that that's something that takes a lot of time. Like, you know, that'll work just fine in 6 months, but for the moment, no dice. I don't know. Oh, damn it, pivot. Stay. Bad pivot. Bad. Just stay. And now I'm probably face revealing off this liner here. Long freaking day. But that's okay. Pop these in here. Beautiful. Excellent. Alrighty. So there we go. What else am I missing here? Just this other washer here. And the stop pin, wherever that went off to. There it is. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Stop Pin. The little-known Chinese sequel. Filmed in Taichung. Taiwanese. Well, depending who you ask what China is. Anyways, I am not wading into that geopolitical debate again. At one point in time, I ended up accidentally conflating China and Taiwan, given their historical concept, you know, things in a video, and never heard the freaking end of it, so I'm not going to do it again. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and disengage the compression lock. That'll allow me to push the pivot the rest of the way through here. Now what I can do is drop this other scale on top, and I'm going to go ahead and put the pivot in first, just so I can get that kind of under control, if you will. I feel like I'm using the wrong size. Oh, of course I am, because the pivot's not D6. Hashtag not a brilliant man. Alrighty. Let's go. A little bit of blue thread locker here. If you were ever curious about the tools I'm using for a knife disassembly, go ahead and check my knife disassembly toolkit video. I keep that up to date with the latest and the freaking greatest. So, yeah. But at the moment, it hasn't changed that much, because good tools stay good tools, by and large. Unless they are destroyed by the ravages of time, which makes them less good of tools. I'll certainly give you that. And sometimes bad stools stay. I'm sitting on a stool that's actually less than optimal. It's an old piano chair. A piano stool, that is. It's okay, but, yeah. Anyways, bad stools stay bad, which is why I advocate you get good tools. And you stay away from Chipotle, or else you're going to get bad stools. Whoops, I say that out loud. No real beef with Chipotle. Just, yeah. Anyways, back at the ranch. Popped open, nice. Closes, nice. How's the play? No play. It's good. Don't hate the play, I hate the game. That's completely irrelevant to anything I'm saying here, but it has the word play in it. Anyways, there we go. That's your Spyderco Reinhold Rhino. Everything's adjusted properly, at least to my taste. Everything's working fine, smooth. Still not quite coming shut in the compression locky sense. I think part of that's just going to be a lot of wear in. Some of that's going to be lightweight blade, never going to work, but that's okay. And, yeah, interesting piece, this one. Alrighty, hope you found this interesting. Have yourselves an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.